Hey Loxal, my name is TOCCL, but you can call me Tio, and welcome to 700 subscribers. Now, first of all, thank you so much for that, and second of all, I know I said I probably wouldn't make another milestone video until 1,000 subscribers or so, but it's been quite some time since 500 subscribers, so I thought, why not? And this is something that many of you have been asking for ever since you found me on the channel, and that is my setup and my computer specs. So we'll jump into that, and I'll let editing Tio take over from here. So first of all, I'll start off by showing my everything area, as this is pretty much where I do everything but sleep and do, well, bodily functions. So this is the place where I make pretty much everything you see me upload, and it's not big, but it's cheap and manageable. And as you might have noticed, there are blankets hanging everywhere, and you might be wondering why they are there. They are simply there for a decent background, as well as they help out with sound dampening. In other words, resonance. As you see, it's not very far from the walls here, so it's not very far for the noises coming from my mouth to travel before it hits the wall and bounce right into my mic, so it kinda helps out a lot. And as far as when it comes to making talking videos, just like what you saw at the start of this video, I change up the blankets I have hanging from the ceiling by attaching them to different hook placements. Or just moving the hook itself. This is so that I can utilize the space properly and use this place as a working area more efficiently, with lights and everything for a quote-unquote good setup. Then I have my notestand from my musician's days to have my notes at a good height instead of having to bend my head to the floor or look to my hands when I'm reading my notes. And I then place the camera that you're viewing from between the light and the notestand. And then we roll over to the process of filming VR videos, which takes the most time for me to set up because I practically have to move the entire room out of the camera's way and my own so that I'll be able to move around, first of all, and secondly so that the green screen doesn't have anything in the background, though this also blocks my entrance so I can't really move anywhere until I'm done filming and recording. So here I do the same thing as with blankets when it comes to talking videos, having hooks everywhere just for an easy and accessible placement without having to make too many holes with pins or what have you. Though I do use one pin just as a cherry on top of the green screen, connecting it all together with no gaps. And then I have to put the lights up, as you see me do now, where I have to reduce the height of my table so that I can put my own light upon the table to make both good lighting and space for, well, when I'm filming. And that's my process for making green screen videos. And then I had to move everything back to its original place. And so for the area I stand recording the majority of videos, starting off, you probably noticed that I have a very tall desk, and yes it is. I have a standing desk, and this is because when I started out doing YouTube, I sat pretty much 8 to 14 hours a day, which gave me loads of physical symptoms like early symptoms of diabetes and a appearing hernia. So I pretty much had to change. It might also have been because I didn't have a very good chair, but sitting all day in general didn't help my case. So to not have my feet hurt for standing most of my day, I have another blanket on the floor, just for me to stand on. Or you know, tap with my foot. And as for my screens, I have two ASUS screens because they were the cheapest good looking screens I could find. One is bigger than the other, and it's also elevated by my PlayStation 4, just to have a really good height when it comes to, well, having my neck in the right placement. The one screen is bigger than the other because I only need one screen for main tasks like videos or gaming, whereas the other one is just to check out if programs are running or if I need to keep an eye on chat for Twitch or something like that. My keyboard is a Logitech K800, which is a wireless keyboard, which I couldn't really care less about. I mainly wanted it because it was flat, and before I bought this computer I only used laptops, so I wanted something with the same feel, as well as something that didn't sound like a plane engine while typing on it or playing games. My mouse is the latest version 1 year ago of the Logitech MX 518, though it will never be the same as this darling, which they stopped producing. Also, it's on top of a glass mousepad, which I'm not sure if is a mousepad or not, but yeah, it works. That's all I need it for. And moving over to the cameras I use, my handheld camera is standing on top of some DVDs because my tripod was too short. So I had to do an alternative solution there, and I didn't want to buy a new one. But the camera itself is a Canon Legria or Legria or whatever you say it, HF R36. And it only has a 30-minute limit of recording, which can be a bitch in longer sessions, you know what I mean? But yeah, I work around it. The DSLR I use for vlogs, talking videos, and whatever else have you is a Canon 60D. And then I have a Logitech C920 for streams and video calls, whatever. And then we have the microphone, which is a Shure PG-42 USB, which is a rather expensive one. But I went with it because it will last me a lifetime and I really like the sound from it. I covered it up with 2 pop filters as I only had the soft one before, which didn't really cut it, and I stuck some toilet paper to the back of it to dampen some of the keyboard noise. And now for the guts of my computer, and probably the thing that most of you are wondering about, which I also will write in the description and on my About page on my YouTube homepage. I have pretty much no clue about this entire thing, so I had my friend Maverick, thank you dude by the way, build my PC both from the store as well as in real life. So he basically just said what I should order for the set amount of money that I, well, presented to him, and the rest is history from there. Standing tall, you can see my tower, which is a Fractal design Fine XL R2 Black Pearl. And I would like it to be less plain, but it was all that I could afford at the time, and I haven't bothered changing it out. But I'd really like to have something look a little bit cooler, you know? But yeah, this is pretty much it. However, the motherboard is a ASUS Z97 AS1150 ATX, and the processor is an Intel Core i7 4790K 4GHz S1150. Memory consists of a Corsair XMS3 16GB 1600 MHz DDR3. The graphics card is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970, and my C drive is the Samsung 850 EVO 250GB 2.5 inches SATA 600. And as for the rest of my internal hard drives, I use a Seagate desktop HD 2TB SATA 600. My power supply is a Corsair RMX RM750X 750 watts. And that's pretty much it. Except for, well, if you want to know my headphones, which I don't usually use while I'm filming, which is a Beyer Dynamic DT 770 Pro 80 ohm. Which is a really freaking good headset, by the way, but I'm not using it usually because I don't want to fuck up my hair, and well, it's very heavy, so using it for longer periods of time with glasses on usually, well, it crumbles up my ears and it starts to hurt and whatnot. And then I have my little Bose, whatever it is, I don't know what kind of model it is, it's just a earphone, earplug kind of ordeal, which is, it's decent, it's not the best sound, it's not really bad sound, but it lets me record without fucking up my hair and let me go on with my day after I have been recording. And also I have a Bose pair of speakers, which I don't know what the hell those are, but it's used so that I can switch easily between both headphones and speakers, so yeah, there's that. Other than that, I have my PS4 with Elgato Game Capture HD, the old version, and the softwares I use for recording are what comes with the Elgato for PlayStation, OBS for PC games that I upload, OBS Studio for streams, and Audacity for audio, and then I use the rental version of Adobe Premiere Pro CC for editing and Photoshop for thumbnails. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire workspace I am working on, and these are pretty much saving me when it comes to this entire ordeal we have here, as it would probably be pretty much impossible without. I mean, without making the background look really bad, to say it like that. But anyways, I'm gonna leave this one here, so anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please feel free to give it a thumbs up, as it would help tremendously, and as a real Viking would say, chums! And until next time, it's so long. What even? Oh, through your computer as well. Nice physics. You see? Yes, okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, sure. Won't need that anyways. We're just gonna jump up the fucking cliff! Come on! Why do you do this to me?